guys, so it's time for my July wrap-up. I did very well this month. I read 11 books in total, which is, I think, my best so far this year. The first book I read was The Shadow Cats by Ray Carson. This is the novella prequel to the Girl of Fire and Thorns series. I very much enjoyed it. It's from the point of view of the main character's sister, and I really enjoyed getting to delve into that aspect of the story. The second book I read is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. This book was fantastic. It was very intriguing, and the whole plot line was really cool. It was like Groundhog's Day meets Mean Girls. Totally awesome. The third book I read was The Crown of Embers, which is the second book in the Girl of Fire and Thorns series, and let me just say, this series is quickly becoming my favorite series ever. I was gonna say of this year, but really just ever. Also of this year, but I'm very much enjoying it, and I'm so excited for Bitter Kingdom. The fourth book I read was Winter Girls by Lori Halse Anderson. This book was very interesting and very deep and crazy, so I will do a review of that later and we'll get into more of that because it's very interesting. The next book I read was Searching for Dragons by Patricia C. Reed. This was a sort of fantasy fun sequel to Dealing with Dragons. And then I read Monsters of Men, which was the final book of the Patrick Ness Chaos Walking series. I loved this series. It's probably one of my favorite series I've ever read. Just saying. Next, I did a reread of Rot and Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. This is one of my favorite books. And then I read Dust and Decay, the sequel, which is another of my favorite books. And then I did a reread of In the Hand of the Goddess by Tamora Pierce. This is the second book of the Song of the Linus Quartet. Obviously, I've read it before and I very much enjoyed it the first time, and I just felt like getting into this series again because it was fun, so I thought I'd pick it up. And I really enjoyed it again. It's probably one of my favorite things ever. This month has just been kind of a month of my favorite things ever. I've loved almost every single book I've read this month. The next book I read was Imposter by Jill Hathaway. This was the sequel to Slide. This book was very good. It wasn't as good as the first book. I thought it was a little bit like, everything was kind of happening by coincidence, and I didn't totally buy it. But it was still very fun and very fast read. And then I read Under the Empyrean Sky by Chuck Wendig, and I really enjoyed this book. I did a review of it very recently, so you can go ahead and check that out. So that's all I read in July. I am currently reading The Help by Catherine Stockett. This was my viewer's choice for last month, and I know I haven't finished it yet. I'm almost done. I've got like a quarter of the book to go. I'll probably finish it tonight, but I do promise to finish this book, and also 1984, which I know was my viewer's choice from a couple of months ago. But my library copy ran out on that one, so I'm waiting to get that back. So now we're going to go ahead and do the viewer's choice for next month. So if you haven't seen these before, I just pick out 4 books out of my TBR jar here, and you guys get to vote down in the comments. So the first one is Open Wounds by Joseph something. I can't read my own handwriting. Let's find that on my bookshelf. I believe you may have had this one on a viewer's choice before. So here's Open Wounds. This is a book about sword fighting, I believe, and it sounds kind of cool. First I thought it was going to be high fantasy, but obviously there's a city in the background, so I think it's probably not. But I'll go ahead and, oh no I won't. There is no description in here because I'm missing the cover. Well, sword fighting. Awesome. The next one that you guys can vote on is going to be Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. So here's my copy of Along for the Ride. It also doesn't have a cover on it, so I can't give you the blurb, but I know that this is a contemporary read. It's romance, fun, light stuff, so if that's what you're into and you want me to read this, go ahead and vote in the comments below. Okay, so the third one that we're going to look at is Spy in the House by Y.S. Lee. So this is Spy in the House, The Agency. This is a historical fiction mystery series, I believe, and it looks pretty awesome, so go ahead and vote for that down below. And your fourth choice is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is easily the largest book I own. It's huge, fantasy, Brandon Sanderson, awesome. If you want me to read this, vote below. So that's all for me today. If you want me to read one of these books, go ahead and vote below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!